G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts for our Artisan Italy campaign. As you can see, we are at war with the French, and it is going very well. We massively outnumber them, even with our ships repairing. We are launching a ton of invasions all over Africa, taking over their colonies, and it looks like we are going to get a decisive engagement next turn with one of our battleships. So, that being said, I'm going to start off this episode with a next turn. Alright, we're annoying the Spanish. I don't think that bothers us. We like the Germans. They asked for a ceasefire. Yeah, I think we should accept. I think the war is more damaging to our economy right now, especially given our undefended trade lanes off of East Africa than we are going to get from taking over something like southern Algeria. So, yeah, we've already had one bailout in this campaign from memory, so I'm going to agree. Fight, auto-resolve, win as always. Nice shooting gallery for us. Let's give it a crack. Yeah. North Atlantic, really? Convoy battle. Ooh, I don't think we're going to win that one. Never mind. And we sank all 10 transports. That's going to hurt. What's this battle doing? Hardly a battle, but okay. And we won. I'll take that. Got more torpedo boats coming out, so we'll leave our battleship out there. I don't believe I can fit any more into this fleet, can I? Oh, it's actually a very small fleet. Although reinforcing them is going to run into these ships here. Let's move out one of the battleships and some of the cruisers. But yeah, we'll move that force out. Should be fine. What's our fleet doing? It's been a little while since I've played this, so... Alright. Building battleships like that. Repairing. A ton of heavy cruisers suspended. Is that just to free up shipbuilding capacity? It looks like it. Not really making enough to build that up, which is unfortunate. But hopefully the war ends shortly and it won't be a problem. If the war ends... I'll always go territory over money, but we'll see what's available. We have got a lot of victory points, so should be interesting. Alright, next turn. United States has got oil, and we signed a peace treaty. Alright, what do we want? We don't really want anything in... We'll take Corsica. And we'll take... Can we take Northern Algeria? Is that... No, but we can take, something like Tripolitania. Would be very nice. Tunisia would be even nicer. Or should we go for something less ambitious? Honestly, the northern Africa, the Mediterranean is really what we're after here. Anything other than that doesn't give us anything. So yeah, we'll go for that. And they gave us nothing. Okay. Fantastic. So we fought that entire war and we got nothing. The Netherlands would like torpedo boats for 122%, yes. Well, I shouldn't say we got nothing. We got a lot of money. We can't really utilize for any, I would say, effective purpose, but that's actually very disappointing. But it is what it is. You roll the dice in this game. We are the Admiral. We are not the leader of the country. And we don't know how these invasions would have worked out. It's probably the smart move. We're no longer bleeding money like we were. Get our crew training down to 20%. And we'll build up the shipyards. I know I said we're no longer bleeding money, but it'll be fun because we're about to turn all of this off sea control into in-being. And finances are unaltered. Very strange. We'll see how it goes once these ships are back in port. But that's very strange. One thing we can do is unsuspend a lot of these cruisers. Actually, I think we can unsuspend all of them. Yes, correct. Alright, next turn. Alright, I have no clue what's hemorrhaging us money right now. I really don't. Our entire fleet should be in being. The crew pool's fine. Like, what is... Shipyard development, yep. Fleet maintenance, yep. Fleet building. Yeah, we're hemorrhaging money here, and I'm really struggling to see what we can do about it. See, fleet building and commissioning should go down once. Should just be a button somewhere. Just fix the low crew issues. Alright, well, we'll see what it's doing after all of these ships are built. But it's not looking too crash hot, honestly. See if we can bump that up. See if that'll do something. Looking at that, I think we actually got out of this war at the right time. Simply because, in my experience, once countries start losing their home territories in a war, they usually just collapse. And when a nation collapses, you can't get any of their territory. It just goes to independent nations. So no, we didn't get anything, but we got money, which we wouldn't have even got if we'd been fighting the war, gotten greedy, and they'd collapsed. So it's a bit of a give and take, really. Was it the best possible outcome? No. Was it the worst? Far from it. So unfortunately, I think that's just going to have to be the positive spin we put on things with the public. And looks like Spain is going to be our next war, which will, gosh, that'll be very easy, given they're currently fighting, they're behind the technology and they're currently fighting the Americans. So let's poke them. We have so much prestige, we can just poke indefinitely. We have no unrest, so we're really fine. Research wise, what's happening? New cruiser design, 9,000 ton heavy cruiser with a new hull. That's fantastic. We love heavy cruisers given our limited battleship availability. Speaking of which, if we ever get out of this deficit, we'll have to start refitting our old battleships, because I know we've had a ton of research while the war was going on that we couldn't really enact. And you can already see we're on like refit 5 and 6 for some of our older ships. But that is the artisanal nature of this campaign. I'm very excited to have ships like the Jupiter and the Gran Alessandro in the fleet, which will be in 3 months. Very exciting. Next time. Yep, you can see it right there. France will pretty much cease to be a nation after this war with Germany, which does make Germany terrifying. But also, it will eventually give us a chance to take all of these northern countries if we can get up enough fleet power, which will be exciting. So it's unfortunate that we beat up the French and pretty much trashed our economy just to watch the Germans come in and claim the glory and or the oil. But I think such is life. We're a middle power. We went up against a great power. We didn't die. I think that's the lessons we're going to have to take out of it. Spain. Yeah, look at that. Wow, they are really annoying everybody. They have no friends. No friends. I would have really liked to have taken Corsica in that last war. I missed that one. I was just focusing here on North Africa. I believe I selected it initially and then I got greedy. Which, yeah, I mean, these provinces are worth so much more than Corsica. Just would have cleaned up the border gore. Could have reclaimed the birthplace of Napoleon. That would have annoyed the French to no end, I'm sure. But it'll be fine. It's always fine. Alright, what is going on with this budget? Is our building of transport capacities helping at all? Hopefully, it's building the GDP. I don't know, it's kind of like that all or nothing strategy. But we're not being penalized for it. We're just forking out a metric ton of money for reasons I'm not entirely too sure. We're building a lot, yes. We're maintaining a lot, yes. I don't know why we're maintaining a lot. Everything is in being. So I don't know if they've changed maintenance costs. Because I feel like this wasn't the case a little while ago. The in being should have a should make it cheaper, correct? Alright, stuff it. We're just going to put all of our battleships into limited. Even that did nothing. Alright, what about our heavy cruisers? We'll just leave our light cruisers to do power projection. Made a slight difference. Thank God we actually, in hindsight, thank God we got that money from France, because it's paying off a ton right now. Alright, we're going to drop that crew training as well. Just anything to try and get this number lower. I don't really want to, I don't want to cut back on technology. It's a death sentence for a campaign. You start lowering that too much and too long if you don't have to. We'll just see how we go. We've slowed the bleeding. What have we got? 800,000. Okay, so we've got 16 months before we go into the negative again. 16 months to figure out what the fuck is going on and how to fix it. So in 2 months we'll have a different story next time. Alright, well, I don't know if you guys saw it just then, but we have a bit of a friendship ended situation with the United States. I don't know who their new best friend is, but it's not us. That's for sure. I also don't understand how we have fleets impacting our relations with Spain. I mean, I'm happy for it, but we don't have any ships at sea. So, not really sure what's going on there. Also, just realizing it doesn't have like a crew training level in here, which is annoying. You think it would, right? Like, next to crew action or status would be like, oh, they're cadets or they're trained, you know? But, no. Annoying, but no, they are working to fix the game. Like, I think we were at 1.5.0.9. So they are working very hard to improve the campaign, which I like, because new hulls don't interest me as much as a playable campaign. Especially on the harder difficulties. It's so opaque, the campaign. You don't know what's going on. You're doing your best. You're trying to reason it out with common sense and logic, but you don't know that anything you're doing is actually having an effect. And that's infuriating. Honestly, it's so infuriating. I'm gonna poke the Spanish next time. Boom. New war. New year, new war. This is our New Year's resolution for this year. It's just to kick the living daylights out of the Spanish. Which, honestly, I think we succeed. We really get no war funding. Look at that. Look at that. Because, from memory, yeah, we're not building anything. So, we are literally going to war and gaining nothing. We gain nothing from going to war. That's terrible. Alright, well. Yeah, look at that. That's... Alright, well. Let's go poke the Spanish. I think an invasion's in order. Can we invade? Yes, naval invasion. We want... Oh. Balearic Islands, for sure. Yeah, let's just take them. We'll put our entire fleet... This is just... The economy is just going to collapse. And I don't think I can do anything about it. But it's fine. It's fine. We're going to put everyone to sea control. Finance-wise, we're going to lower the tech budget to 80%. Bump up crew training as high as I think I can afford. Which is not very high. We're just going to hope combat's going to do the job. And we're going to lower transport building rates. Alright, well, we're only at 18%. And we haven't really gone to sea. We'll see if this naval invasion kicks off and then put together a task force next time. Yes, I would like to be friends with the Germans. Naval budget for GDP. No, I'd rather GDP for naval budget. Actually, naval budget for GDP would be quite nice right now. Yep, alright. No, war. Again, war. No, it's not like you do anything anyway. You don't help. Alright, time to put together a task force. We obviously have a ton of battleships here. Machiavelli is very good. Put together some heavy cruisers. And the rest can be torpedo boats. We'll put one light cruiser back. Alright. Obviously we don't need a ton of tonnage. Haha, ha 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 ha. Very funny. Very punny, if you will. I'll go jump. Don't stress. Alright, this is kind of a war on the cheap to boost our economy, so we'll see how we go. They're still fighting the Americans, and how's that war going? It's pretty even so far. The Americans are building more ships though, so I think the Spanish are getting the short end of the stick. It's all good. We'll take the Balearic Islands. Might take southern Spain. We'll see how we go. I would love to take southern Spain. That might help fix a ton of our problems, but we'll see how we go. Next time. What do they want? They want us to give money for war crimes? No! Gosh. No, we planned those war crimes. Gotta pay for them. You didn't hear that from me. No, Netherlands. Fine. For 120% with an empty shipbuilding capacity, fine. Just to keep our welders in a job. That's it. That's the reason I agreed to that. 100% success in 4 turns. That's fantastic. Once that's taken, which will grant us... What's my orca worth? What's it? That's 180 million. That's not terrible. I'm sure it's... And it will jump once we're in control. Yeah, it's fairly comparable to a lot of our territories. But Saipan. But it's in a much better strategic position. I feel like this is just the best move in any campaign. It's just to beat up the Spanish. They have good land, they don't have a good navy. The quicker you can jump on it and just take them out, the better. Alright. With that being said, I think we'll just end the turn. I don't think this will be very exciting at all. Next turn. Oh god, we're being so cruel. And more naval blockading tactics. Okay, well, let's just bait it a lot easier. They would like heavy cruisers. Fine, just because we're going to need the money once this war ends and we go back to not having any. Research wise, how are we suffering with that 80%? I think it's fine. Not that we're really going to put any of this to use for a long time, because our navy, I don't know if it's too big. Is that the problem? We're just too unwieldy. Like, maybe we do just have too many heavy cruisers or something. Although if you look at our heavy cruiser designs, I don't think that they're terrible. Okay, I definitely want to keep these in the fleet, if we can. Yeah, they're very good ships. I'd rather actually decommission some of our older battleships. Something like the Neptuno, which really, its effectiveness is limited at this point. What's the latest Neptuno? Neptuno 6. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. But it's really just an up-armored heavy cruiser, which doesn't bode well if it ever comes up against an actual battleship. But we'll see how we go. It's not hurting on any at the moment, except our economy. And even that's slowed remarkably. And will slow again in a few months once our shipyards have finished upgrading, which should keep us on par with the rest of the world. Now, transport capacity is going up, building GDP, building our percentage of GDP. We always love that. We might even bump it up a little bit more, since it's not that expensive and it's going to help. Alright, next up. Oh god, we're so mean. Torpedo boats, fine. Yeah, again, we're just keeping our welders busy. We're not building anything in those shipyards for a while. Alright, do we take this next turn? Yep, we do. Alright, next turn. We didn't see any transport ships. That's pretty sad. We're losing ships in the North Atlantic and Caribbean. Roger. Caribbean makes sense. I completely forgot we had ships over there, but North Atlantic? I guess we're losing ships to this fleet right here. Who's coming to go to Barcelona? Well, if we could prevent that, that would be fantastic, as always. Now that we've taken Majorca, the Balearic Isles are ours, adding a nice little chunk to the treasury. Of course, if we could move these ships, our new battleships, and honestly just as many heavy of these I think these are the new heavy cruisers. So as many of them as possible would be quite nice. With some torpedo boats to round out the numbers. Because you could just have so many. Alright. Now we'll move them off Barcelona. And yeah, that doesn't even hurt this much. Alright, next turn. Just straight up money. Yeah, unrest isn't a problem, so we'll take that. Oh god, what is happening? I'm guessing the war with America has ended. I don't remember seeing that, but it's entirely possible. No, they're still fighting the Americans. So, not entirely too sure how they're sparing all of these ships to come and bother us, but I welcome it. They also just slip straight past. What is it with French? Not French. What is it with Spanish fleets and just being completely indetectable? Like, they're just so terrifyingly hard to spot and deal with. Oh, they're going to try and get into Barcelona, which I will not allow because I have a fleet outside. But Again, they'll probably just go straight through. Oh, North Algeria. Build. That's cool. Yeah, I think we might see the end of France very shortly here. Hopefully we can take this in a event. Next time. Wow, really not the battle I was looking for here. That is, of course, the fleet I would like to find. Oh no. They've probably slipped straight past us into Barcelona, have they? No, apparently. Okay. Let's try and head them off if we can. How are we going here for tonnage? We're not even close, but that's fine. Because we have a lot of tonnage right here. There we go. So I'll move that fleet over. Does it tell me its tonnage? Another 80,000, correct? 81,000 tons. Yeah, and then we'll move the next part of that fleet over. Yeah, and that should be more than enough tonnage to tank that. And we'll also be intercepting this fleet. So, all in all, I think this war is going to go very well. Again, we're putting ships to sea isn't really hurting us that much, which is good. Crew training pool could even bump up a little bit. We'll see. I will also need to bump this up though, because we are losing transports left, right, and center. Next up. Alright, undefended transports. Sunk one. And a meeting between one of our... Wow, this is actually a very even fight. It's a lot of heavy and light cruisers. Alright, let's see whose heavy cruisers are the best. Spoiler alert, I think it's ours. Next turn. Not next turn, fight! Hello! Alrighty, first things first for any battle in this game. Fixing the formation. Which is going to be double interesting because, wow, we are spread out. Alright, let's try and get something decent here. Alright, yep, that's gonna work. We'll just have two long lines of ships heading northeast. Yeah, enemy smoke spotted to the northeast. Alright. Go this way. And this way. Make sure. Yep, main fleet's doing slower than our escorts. Awesome. And let's get this thing moving. I love these heavy cruisers. They look so cool. They really do. And I look forward to seeing them fight. It should be very interesting. We should have a considerable advantage over the Spanish. However, they are going to have better trained crews. They've just come off a war with the US, so the technology will not be as good. But the technology will not be as good. But their crew training is going to be fantastic. I'm just going to slow these guys down a little bit, let the escorts catch up and overtake. Cruising speed's 11 knots, that's fine. Alright, now they've caught up, we're just going to slow them down a little bit. Enemy smoke spotted to the east. Alright. Bang, that's us. Slow it down. Slow it down. Alright, these guys are going to slow down to 10 or 11. These guys are going to slow down to 11. I'd like to get them spread out. I don't like this target grouping. I can. Get them a little bit looser. Oh, this guy's tight as well. Ooh, and that's why. That's why you don't want them grouped up like that. In fact, you might even just, yeah. We're going to detach and retreat the Altair. Alright, can we hit anything? Because right now we're just copping a beating and not really... Wow, they are laser accurate today. Whereas a laser accurate or trying to hit the Santa Maria and falling short every time. Yeah, look at that. That is... Wow, that is accurate. I don't know how it's so accurate. Very impressed with that Spanish gunnery. Yeah, and now they're trying to hit the massive cruiser and can't hit it at all. In addition to us not being able to hit them. Alright, bring it back in. We've got some separation in the fleets. Alright. It's not great, but we don't want to go charging in. We'll keep our distance. We have better and more heavy cruisers. So we're going to try and keep that advantage going. They do have low fuel, so if we need to run, we can. So torp range, 0.9. Okay, so non-existent. Alright, we do have some more torpedo boats down the rear of the formation. So if we have to, we could break those off and do a run. Although I'm not overly confident, given there's not really any battleships. It's a very light fleet. Pull up. Hey, we finally got 26 damage. Well, they're trying to Nelson us. They're trying to move straight through the guts. We're going to slow down the main fleet a little bit. Just make them a more reliable gun platform if we can. Don't like these two bounced up. Please stop that. This is just... These ships are going to sink. Wow, we really cannot hear anything today. What are these ships like anyway? Oh, that is ugly. The fact that they've hit anything of ours with that is honestly just impressive. Slow these guys down again. I'm tempted to run these guys up past this formation because they have tops as well. I'm noticing a lot of small caliber guns on these ships, which is interesting. Seems like they're going rate of fire over damage capability. Which honestly, judging by this, is working really well for them right now. I told you this would happen. Alright, the Giovanni Borsan, I need you to detach and hard left. Yeah, hard left. Get out of there, because you're gonna kill my heavy cruiser. And then slowly but surely. And yeah, once there's separation there. Wow, we are really copping the short end of it today. Well, at least we finally got some hits back. That's something. And our important vessels are not taking damage, which is maybe more important. I really don't like this disparity here. We get a lot of partial pens, which is strange. I don't know if these 9 inches are our newer ships or older. Wow, that's 0% chance to hit though. How? How are you so bad? Gun recoil, apparently, is just making it so they can't hit anything. It's interesting. You're also being affected by gun recoil, 4-inch guns. Wow, that's a big fleet. We are a very thin line. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to double back in on ourselves. That's going to be the plan here. We're going to double up the line, loop back in, and try and get something going here. Yeah, this secondary line is way too close. It's not protecting from torpedo runs, it's just absorbing hits. Yeah, I'm actually really frustrated in our ability to hit back right now. We're just not dealing damage at all. Which is frustrating. It's very frustrating. Especially given how bunched up they are. Like, look at that. This should be a field day. This should be a field day. And yet we're just missing point blank. And really copping it. Even our secondaries are just... I don't know what they're doing, but... It's not a... Hey, finally, a hit. Oh, they're definitely dealing more. Right, loop back around. Loop back around, but further out. Actually, just smoke up. It can't hurt our aiming any more than our aiming already sucks, so... I think it might just be the cadet training, which can't do much about. Can somebody do something that's gonna do damage, please? Like that secondary battery just do nothing. I'm sure the fog is not helping either. No. I'm just not used to getting outgunned in this game, but we're getting outgunned, and not only are we getting outgunned, we're getting outgunned by the Spanish, of all people. Which I think is just insult to injury, is it not? Oh, now that we're doubled up, we should theoretically get double the firepower. And we're just going to have to watch that torpedoes don't get too crazy, although I think we don't really have the range to worry about that. This group, just speed up, please. Flash fire, okay. Well, it'll happen, especially in this era. Not to the enemy, might, just to us. Oh, and then, please tell me that's not going to be a ram or deal any damage. No, just one after another. Well, it's unfortunate. Hey, we sank one of theirs. Happy days. Be good if our torpedoes would go off. Just saying. Oh, hey, speaking of. Torpedo in the water. Fish in the water. Bang. Wow, that's a lot of hits. I don't know if that's from the sinking Capital Romani that did that or what, but... I'm finally going to sink a heavy cruiser. Alright, what's going on at the head of the formation here? We're slowly looping around. Our light ships can slow back down again. They've sort of made some separation here, which is good. the sand crystal is apparently immune to anything. But we did get a hit over here. I don't like how close that thing is. Just at a top range. Though not for us though. So if the Serena could get a torp in the water, might have some luck here. Aggressive torps, come on. You can do it. Hey, top of the water. 2 torps. Finally got that sand crystal out of the way. Happy days. Tell you what, that's looking like a good run. It's so slow in the early game. I used to play my 1920s campaign, where yeah, this is definitely a lot more impressive. And dud. No, torpedo hit. Bang. Putting torpedoes on these heavy cruisers has been a godsend, apparently. They're better at torpedoing than our light ships, our pickets. Alright, well that's going to be a sink. A sink? It's going to be a sunk ship at least. Wow, what happened to the Veneto? Did it have a flash fire as well, or let's expand that, detach him and get him retreating, although I think it might be too late. Might be too late. I'd really like to know what happened here. Took a 6-inch shell that did that much damage. That's a surprise. It's a big surprise. Well, that is one of our... No, that's one of our newer heavy cruisers. Well, that does not bode well. At all. I'd like to know who did that damage. Looks like it's the Infanta Maria Teresa. Okay. Well, the baby Maria Teresa. I want to make you public enemy #1 for a little bit. See if we can hit something. God, I really need this fog to just go away. Like, just go away, please. Oh, that apparently selects everyone, even though I clearly just selected these 3. So, that's great. Come on. You've hit them once, you can hit them again. That overpad only did 78 damage, which is strange. Alright, that's our main line. Torps in the water. Torpedo avoidance. Go, go, get out of the way. Out of the way. Out of reverse. Done torpedo. Okay. Please sink that. And please launch your own torpedoes. Okay, cool. We have our own torpedoes. You could stop reversing now. You can start going the normal way. Although I would sink that if you can. Yeah, I would sink that if you can. HE, please. Actually, yeah, this is our battle line. Please use HE. Oh, really? All of them missed? That's terrible. You should be ashamed, son. Yeah, you're gonna have to put some rounds in here, or it's gonna have a field day. Alright, we're doing some more damage, although I feel like, yeah, we're still taking it way more than we're dishing it out. Just not the way this battle's meant to go, but okay. Just let these guys down if you can. Okay, apparently we lost a torpedo boat. I don't know where. Just in the middle here, apparently. Just spontaneously combusted. Oh, they still have torps. You don't want them releasing torps. Do you have longer range torps though? Or do you? No, that's only some of the newer ones. Just both of them are just staying at a top range. It's like they have a gentleman's agreement. Yeah, please shoot that if you can. Someone shoot that. I would prefer it if somebody shot something. Ooh, okay. We have shots fired. Someone's cooking. Although our torpedo boats are suffering tremendously right now. Alright, I want to get these guys to speed up and go this way. Try and head off that torpedo boat. The Stromboli, you did not sink it. I told you this would happen, Stromboli, if you did not sink it. I don't think they can reverse engines again. It's going to avoid one. I think they're going to cop the second. Yep, cop the second. But you can see it's reversing now, again. The engine's going to be non-existent, which is unfortunate. Oi! Well, that needed to happen before... Oh, Ancona, are you serious? Really? Well, that's so ridiculous. It has to be respected. What is happening here? What? Okay. You're just going south now. Which means this line's also going to have to head south to keep up. And speed up, probably. Have to make up for whatever the hell these guys are doing. Yeah. Stay at 9. I have no clue what's happening with our capital ships now, but somehow it's effective. I just am flabbergasted by what is occurring at this point in time. Why are you not taking advantage of the situation? This is literally, they've doubled up the size of the target right now, and they're just firing at something over there. I don't know. Not shooting at what matters, that's for sure. You know, it's funny too, because the latest update really bragged about how they've improved the targeting AI. And then, yeah, you get stuff like that. Okay, please shoot this and kill it. Please. Just kill that. If you can. I would... Oh, there you go. Oh, I would greatly appreciate that, and they've done it. So that's fantastic. Alright, these guys are still heading south, preferably. I wonder if when I based... No, because when I made Stromboli reverse, like, it was a big thing. Pardon though. Oh. Torpedo hits. Alright, we'll take that. That is revenge for our other ships. Alright, Stromboli, what I'm going to need you to do is detach and retreat. Just get out of here, because you're hurting the rest of the division right now. Alright, so they've killed the... Yep. Cool. Now I'm going to need you to rejoin the fleet down here. We just pop smoke. And again, I'm trying to get these guys to head west, because they've kind of already done it without me wanting them to. I don't know why the Santa Maria is determined to make 4 knots, but evidently that's what they've decided. It's the most efficient use of their engine power. Okay, light ships, what's going on here? Alright, here's what we're going to do. Going to detach you two, and you're going to retreat. Bang. Just trying to preserve force strength, not lose ships if we can avoid it. I don't know, is that a captain dead? Is that what that is? Conning tower damaged, alright. I feel like the smoke is getting worse. Well, this is an absolute mess of a battle. Okay, we're going to speed this up just to try and figure out what's going on here. Because they're just not moving. And as much as I appreciate them torpedoing and sinking Spanish heavy cruiser, it's not really why we're here today. Isn't it right? What? Okay, they finally turned west. Finally, it has happened. We did lose the Ancona. Okay. Well, we thought it might happen. It's fine. I don't know what these guys are even shooting at anymore. But, the resolution, maybe? Would be a good shout. Gonna slow them down a little bit. Just try and keep these guys at a relative clip. Evidently running directly away from the enemy is not ideal, but I've kind of forced my hand here. And I'm going to need them to speed up. Yeah, okay. Full speed. Come on. Really need these guys moving now. Stromboli should also be moving. If you're not retreating at full speed, I don't know what you're doing, to be honest with you. Come on, 60 knots, out of the way. Let's get moving. And I was going to tank our accuracy, but we've done a lot of damage already. And if I can regain control of this fleet, I can turn them around and re-engage. Which will hopefully be... yep. All ships target the resolution. Coming up on our bow far too quickly for my liking. I mean, if it wasn't for this smoke, we could really use the fact that they're low fuel to pick and choose our engagements, but we just don't have that opportunity, unfortunately. The Vittorio Veneto, what's going on there? They're retreating. Hopefully, well, like, no speed. That's fun. Yeah, please shoot this person with a gun. Would be the preferable method of engaging, defeating that target. It's worth killing, it's worth overkilling. We've all heard that before, hopefully. I would like you to overkill this. Alright, now that we've got some separation here, I'm actually going to turn hard starboard. And we're going to bring these guys around behind. And I'm going to try and get some broadsides off on this fleet. Santa Bria, why are you so slow? I know that tight formation limits your speed, but this does seem a little ridiculous. Come on, I know you can do it. Let's get some guns on target. You know who we wanted to hit. We're trying to save the Polo here. And if we had to, we could even bring this fleet to interpose themselves. We'd rather not. I'm more than happy to leave them behind this battle line. It's not the way it's meant to go, but beggars can't be choosers when the devil comes to call. Actually, not yet. We're going to thread the needle. I want these guys between. You know what I mean? And I want them there with a good deal of separation. God, again, I think the smoke is getting worse. The mist. Strange it doesn't tell you what time of day it is. Like, okay, this is a 3-hour battle. Is the smoke going to clear eventually? Like, is the fog going to lift? Because you'd think as the sun comes up and it becomes day, like more established daytime, that would occur. And yet it has not. Alright, Polar, here's what we're going to do. We're going to detach you. And we're going to bring you... We're going to detach you. God, what has that done to this formation now? No. I hate that it does that. I hate it. This game's controls are just infuriating. Yeah, we're just going to direct control Polar. Because I'm going to want a torpedo out on that unit. Alright, these guys are moving that way. Means I want these guys moving that way. And Polar's going to try and save the... What the hell is the Serena doing? Okay. I just would like a torpedo off on the resolution, please. That's what I'm trying to do. Serena, you missed. What Serena has done is just making both these ships a massive target for no reason. It did not need to happen. Alright, hard starboard. As hard starboard as you can go. This is gonna hurt. Yep. There it is. It's doubling our target aspect. Let's make our radar... I mean, it's not a radar cross-section this time of day, but let's just make our radar cross-section as large as possible, shall we? Because that is always known to have great results. Alright, come on. 9-inch guns, do some work. Or don't. Alright, well let's just HE it. We're shooting at a light cruiser. And torpedoes in the water. Yes, torpedoes in the water. Beautiful. That's what I wanted. Alright, we're going to slow it down a little bit for the Polar. And, oh, that's gorgeous. The resolution's going to have a very bad day in a second. 2 duds. No. Okay. Bang. That's what we wanted. That's going to hurt. Put some rounds into the peninsula. I'm going to slow these guys down massively. Have these guys keep coming through, but again, we're going to slow them down to 12. Polar's just going to keep engaging everyone and making their lives miserable. I know there's a way to fire something with secondaries, which is what I would like to do here, but I just don't. Honestly, I thought the torpedo would have taken care of them by now. To be honest with you. Slow it down a little bit. Just if they want to fire torpedoes now, it's going to have to... they're going to aim for 11 knots so we can speed it up if we have to. Captain of the Polar is just the MVP right now. Bang. Sinking. Taking the peninsula. The poor Vittorio Veneto, who I don't think will outrun the Spanish even on even when they're low fuel. That'll be the slowest chase in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts history. Alright. Polar's doing good work. I'm going to slow these guys down to 8 just so they don't run away in the background. Stop 9. 8 just so they don't run away in the background. Keep these guys moving through. Slow them down to 10. And where's my boy? We're just direct controlling these guys. Go on, the peninsula needs to go. You got this. You got this. Wow, that was a 37% chance to hit, and none of them got there. I don't think the 9 inches are going to have a great shot then. I thought that said something else for a second. Like, what, you got some conservatives in this game? If you know, you know. Alright, come on. We're going to be cutting out a lot of main campaign gameplay for this battle. Alright, well this battle line, I think, could benefit from taking out the Animoso. Bang, bit of flash fire. We'll take that. And Let these guys take out the Cristobal Colon, and you guys in Polo could take on the Libertad. It was about time they had a flash fire as well as us. If we get in torpedo range of the Colon, we could do that if we reloaded in time. Yeah. If our base of fire could take out the Colon, then our picket here is just absorbing all the routes. Funny how their accuracy from earlier is just almost completely gone. They had fantastic accuracy at the start of the battle. Our trading units are doing well. Apparently none of these guys can hit the broadside of a barn though. As I say that, they get some good hits. Alright, I'll back off the criticism. Don't mind me. The Polo just take a big hit. Yeah, they just took a 6-inch. He's got 6-inch guns. Ooh, okay. The Polo is going to be refocusing on the Cristobal Colon, because the Colon hurts. We've discovered. And the Colon knows what the range of our torpedoes is. We're also going to slow down, help fight that flooding, give our damage control crews a chance. Come on. Come on. One good hit, that's all we need. Don't need a miracle, just a good hit. Alright, and saying that though, I think the Pola's kind of done the best she can. Retreater. The Anamosa is doing far too well for my liking. Although the Giovanni Busan should be... Ah, no ammo in the torps. Okay. That's unfortunate. Alright. We're going to detach and retreat you, my friend. Best of luck. Ah, we did lose the Veneto. That's unfortunate. Their fleet caught up. There's not much we could do about that. Oh, we should be outrunning this part of their fleet anyway. And it looks like the Giovanni Busan might have taken out the Anamosa as she was retreating. I think very even numbers here. Go on, Andromeda. No, you're not. That might be them gone. I know you're not the best gunnery platform in the fleet, but surely you can deal the finishing blow. Well, we're not a finishing blow. Definitely a lethal one. Alright, battle line's going to keep steaming this way. Of course, want the Cologne to pay for her crimes against our amazing Polar. If we can outrun this part of their fleet, really just make it an engagement of all of our ships on these three, we will be doing well. But I don't really see that happening. I don't think we're moving quick enough. Alright, we'll change that. We're speeding up. And anyone that can't keep up, like the Andromeda, is just going to... Well, the Andromeda's going to sink in a second anyway. Yeah, they're chewing our tail to bits. And we're really struggling to lay reasonable hits on the front of their formation. Well, we're not really leaving anyone behind at this point, so we might just disengage. We'll just keep going on this course at a decent clip. Go to 12 and we'll go to 14. I don't think we're going to deal any more damage, and we're just taking losses. Like, we could have avoided this if we just disengaged earlier. And I feel like we've really got enough damage to make up for that choice. So that's on me. That's unfortunate. Well, the Pompey Magno might get a chance to torp a heavy cruiser here. Well, if their job was to prevent an invasion, they've certainly done that. Ah, the Giovanni Busan's dead in the water here. Oh, we did get some good hits off there. And sinking the Cologne would make me very happy. So it's probably not going to happen. Oh, they're going too slow. Not going to get in torp range. That's unfortunate. Maybe we'll get in torp range of the Serena. It's now the rear of our formation. Damage control teams on the Giovanni Busan are fantastic. Oh, good hits, good hits. Slow reloads for small guns. Quick firing is not the word I would use. Just meant to be their designation. Small quick firing guns. Also inaccurate as all hell, apparently. Well, I think the Cologne's going to survive, which is unfortunate. And we have a new public enemy number 1. Alright. So these goes down to 12. Match the speed of the main flotilla. And we're just going to see how we go. Well, if they continue closing so recklessly, I know exactly how this is going to go. The Suprema here is going to get a very good hit on. I wish there was just a button that's like auto-target, because now like, I've targeted the whole battle line on this one ship. I don't want that. I want the front of the battle line. Shooting at on the front of the battle line. Shooting at the Reina Mercedes. And I want the rear of the battle line. Shooting at the San Felipe. What happened there? Oh. Yeah. The ship we left over there. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I don't understand how they're still floating. They should not be able to do that. Torps in the water. Well, that'll stop the whole floating dilemma. Unless they stop in the water like they have. Oh really? What they do? They reverse engines or something? Well, they did well to spot that. And looks like we're clear. Although potential torps in the water, there's some weird manoeuvring going on here. And the San Felipe sinks. Alright. I think that's us home free, to be honest. I can't see anything else catching us. We're going to build up speed to 14. Well, that wasn't the best engagement in the world. We both lost a lot of shipping. I feel like we... Well, our damage says we did not cop it the worst, but I feel like we did. Maybe that's just my impression, but... And we'll increase the speed 3. And that'll probably be the episode once we've escaped. Oh, it looks like we will get vengeance for the Polo. After all. Potentially. How good's the Spanish battle damage crews? They're actually still only green, which surprises me. Come on, Polar. You need to make good speed. You're gonna like cruiser chasing you down. And I don't feel like moving the main fleet back to rescue you. Yeah, we're at speed 5. Try and manage this disengagement. Come on. Just think one more. Oh, that'll probably do it. I imagine that'll do it. And vengeance for the Polar is complete. Alright. And I can't see them chasing us down with low fuel, which they have. We can probably turn back around and finish the engagement, but honestly, we're all damaged. This battle's gone on for quite a while. I think that's us done. We can finish this off. We have other fleets in the area. Definitely hero of the battle is the Polar. Just interspersing herself between the fleet and the enemy. I think it did sink. How much damage did it do? It did 38k damage. So it definitely earned its hero of the... whatever hero of the Soviet Union. Hero of the Italian Navy. The Regia Marina. Yeah, definitely any ship that survived this battle was blooded well and truly. Come on. You're not going to hit us. We're not going to hit you. You're low fuel. Just go away. And battle. Alright, so we lost 7 ships, they lost 18. Wow, that was a lot better than I thought, actually. We sank most of their heavy cruisers, the loss of one of our own. We sank all their torpedo boats, a ton of their light cruisers. We lost 2 light cruisers and 4 torpedo boats. Their ship stats. Anyone is interested in those? Alright. No. We want more. Alright. And the invasion of southern Spain has commenced. Only a 42% chance to succeed though, so we're gonna need some more shipping over here. But that is not our concern right now. Right now, our only concern is to end the war. Just move them there so I don't forget for the next episode. Alright. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and paying attention to my small and humble channel. I really look forward to seeing you guys next today. I hope you have a lovely evening. Ciao.